Good day, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to create a space of healing and support as we count down towards my 12-hour healing event on Monday, the 8th of April, 2024. So this is our 4 days to go video. I started the countdown yesterday with the 5 days to go. If you missed that, please have a look in the video library on my Facebook page, Temple of Balance, or have a look at Temple of Balance on YouTube, and you should find the 5 days to go video if you missed it. Yesterday, I talked a lot about the turning point and did a little bit of sound healing with the singing bell. But today, we are shifting, and I'm just flowing with the energy as it happens. It's certainly been an intense 24-hour period, as I'm not the only one that's been feeling it. I'm seeing it from a lot of people. So there's very intense things happening. This tends to happen when we're in the middle of an eclipse period, when we're heading towards our new moon solar eclipse on Monday, and we recently had a full moon lunar eclipse just a couple of weeks ago, or less than 2 weeks ago. So this is an intense period. It's like everything's under the spotlight, and it can be very confronting and very intense and difficult. And often things are highlighted or things are intense because they're trying to get our attention. So if something hasn't been working for a while, or we are going around in circles in our life and we desperately want a way out but we can't find it, it's usually the loud things that are trying to get our attention, and these can potentially be our lifeline or our sort of way out, or a stepping stone out of that dark place. So let me know if you're watching, because from what I see, I don't have anyone watching at this time. So give us a thumbs up, show us some love, comment if you are watching, because maybe Facebook's just not letting me know. So I am coming to you live now from Tasmania, Australia, where it is Thursday the 4th of April 2024, and the time is 12:04 p.m. I'm in the afternoon. See, I nearly said morning, and I probably almost sort of slipped in, but I don't think I've been talking for 4 minutes. So 12:04 on the 4th of the 4th, 2024, and this is our 4 days to go video. Can we pull card 4? Because I'm going to be looking, or 44, I'm going to be looking for a card, a healing energy card. I'll be using my healing energy cards here. This is deck 2. So I've got 2 decks combined, and this is deck 1. So this is my latest deck, and they can be combined to make 110 cards for healing and support. So I'll be using this deck. I'm going to look for the best card that we need as we move into this healing and support time. And then I have my smudge stick, my sage. I'm going to light, and we'll do a bit of clearing today, and then I'm going to pull a card to go. So let's see. I want to send out a big welcome to those of you who are joining me and who have registered for the 12-hour healing event on Monday. If you would like to be a part of it, we're diving into the theme called Creativity Shadow. And if you'd like to join me, you can learn more on my website. So I'm looking for the best card that the majority of us need now as we move into this healing time. So the best healing energy card is this. It's from Healing Energy Cards Deck 2. And it is this. Bernadette, welcome. Well, we've got card 66 instead of 44 or card 4. It's card 66. I actually quite like this card. I find it really quite inspiring. And it's called Create New Space. It's in the rest category, and down here it says, make the room, make the space, make the time. Empty out the old, no more excuses. Heal, create, self-care, inner growth, spring clean and support. No more excuses now. You know, can we let this be a turning point? Can we let this be a moment where our life can potentially change or improve, if you'd prefer that word? There's not much difference really, but sometimes improvement sounds less harsh than change. But this may be a time now to change and improve aspects of our life and our relationship with it, especially if it hasn't been working, especially if things are getting further and further down in the hole, or further and further out of control, or we're becoming further and further detached from life itself. Then we might notice this very intense window at the moment, the spotlight that's shining down on areas of our life that we'd probably prefer to avoid or ignore. But again, we're being reminded, you know, no excuses now. We need to make the time, make the space, and make the room to move in that new direction, to take the opportunity of this turning point. Turning point opportunities don't come up all the time. They don't come up every day. So for us to be in this time period of a potential ability to access this turning point is something we're being encouraged to hold on to and grasp and follow and move with, because it's not always present. We don't always have the potential of this. So again, it's pointing back to, you know, are we going to wake up? Are we going to activate ourselves? Are we going to make some changes or improvements in our life so that we can follow this new course and follow the healthier, more supportive course that is calling us now? So this card, create new space. The new cannot come into our life if we've got lots of clutter and crap, basically, filling us mentally, emotionally, physically, and if we've got our life filled. If there's no room for something to come in, if we're filling up a bottle and the bottle's empty and we're filling it up with liquid water, let's say, we're filling it up with water, it gets to the top, it's full. And then you can't fit any more in. The rest flows over the top and out and away. This is what happens with us too, energetically in our life. When things are full, when our time is tight, when we have a lot of clutter internally or externally, the new could be what we want, what we've dreamed, what we've asked for, could very well be knocking on our door. Knocking away, but we don't hear it because there's just too much clutter that we can't hear the new knocking on the door through. So this might be a great time to really think about, and maybe this is a good, because I grabbed the drum to begin with, and then I felt, no, let's do some smudging and some clearing. So clearing the clutter, clearing all that stuff we've got in our mind, in our body that is clogging us up and disorientating us. Let's clear that out so we can make some new space. And also looking at our schedule, you know, our calendar. What have we got on that is too much? Do we need to take a break from something? Do we need to stop something? What do we need to make? How can we make room in our life for the new that we want to bring in? So if this resonates and you have this deck, I recommend going to card 66 and keep it close by for a few days if you want to, or at least the next 24 hours. So, welcome. Ah, wow, Bernadette. Excellent. Hi, Alyssa. Yes, so much to declutter. Let's smudge. So I've got my balance smudge bowl and I've got some sage in here. Hi, Ruben. It's nice to see you live. I don't think we really catch each other live that often. Okay, I am going to light this guy. And this is an opportunity now as I light and as we burn the sage. You can use this as an opportunity to perhaps get started with some clearing, or continue if you've been doing that already. You know, working with your breathing out and letting go, breathing in the new and true, breathing out your pain and suffering. We can do that all day, every day. And like I've said many times, letting go regularly is very important if we're not in a balanced place. So when I was starting my healing journey, I was focusing on letting go many times a day for years. And it's only really been the last couple of years, since that has stabilized, maybe the last 5 years or so, that I've been able to not, I don't need to let go so much or focus on that. So, you know, letting go and focusing on releasing the stuff that we're holding on to, the stuff that's not working, is extremely valuable in our self-healing journey. So, I've lit the sage, take a nice big breath, and let go. Be willing to let go. Be willing to let go of your hold. Let go of your need to control. Let go of your doubts, your fear, your anxiety, your insecurities. Be willing to let go those parts of yourself that are not working. Evaluate yourself. You know, evaluate yourself through self-awareness. What about you is not right? What about you is far from perfect? And I can tell you, we're all far from perfect. But we do tend to, especially in society at the moment, there is this tendency for us to have this delusion that we're perfect. So I like to let go of the things about myself that I notice that are less than ideal or less not aligned with my truth, and let those things go as well, and see what happens. So I don't know if I have to relight this. It might be okay. So nice big breath as we ask this sacred smoke to wash over our bodies and carry away with it all negative energies, entities, cords, hooks, attacks and attachments. Let's also ask the sacred smoke to help support our clearing and letting go and creating new space within us, emotionally, mentally, physically, and within our life. So within the way we spend our time, so our schedule, our calendar, but also our physical life itself. Maybe there are some rooms that could do with some spring cleaning. Maybe we could clear out that wardrobe and get the old clothes that don't fit us anymore, take them away and refresh and, you know, freshen things up in our life and around in our environments. And I'm just going to light this, I think, a bit more because I'm not finished yet. So while I'm doing that, if you want to, you can continue to breathe deeply and let go. Think about or notice how your body's feeling with that. Are you feeling tense or tight in your body anywhere? And if you are, can you surrender that tightness and tension and let go? You might be feeling tight in your face. You might be feeling tight in your belly, tight in your thighs, tight in your hands, tense in your body. Can you sit in and breathe into that tenseness and soften it and relax? Relax that tension and that tenseness that you might be holding in your body, and let go of what you're holding on to in such a tense way. So again, just asking this sacred smoke to wash over our bodies, to carry away with it all negative energies, entities, cords, hooks, attacks and attachments, and letting that go, blowing it, breathing it out and away. As you breathe it out and away, it's leaving you. And as it leaves you, you can breathe in the new air to fill in the space where that stuff was that's leaving you now. That's how we sort of help support making and creating new space within us. So nice big breath as we let go and surrender the tension, the tightness, the wounds, the issues, the expectations that we may be putting onto ourselves or others or life, the comparisons that we're doing, perhaps, between us and others. Why do they have this and we don't, or whatever it might be. Also, letting go of our complaining. Perhaps you've been complaining a lot lately. Why? Why are you complaining? What can you do instead of complaining? Can you turn something in your life around? Can you improve something so you're complaining less and perhaps complimenting more? So there's a vast array of things that we could be regularly letting go of to support our personal improvement and our personal balance in our life and within ourselves on all levels. Don't underestimate the power of letting go and the power of surrendering. So that's that. Yep. Let's snuff out the smudge stick. I think I've got one smudge bowl and smudge stick package left on my website too. So if it is something that you want to explore further, I do have handmade ceramic bowls and sage sticks available on my website, on my ceramics website, which is leannepeters.com, which you can find on Temple of Balance as well. I think we're out. You've got to make sure these things are out. I nearly burnt the house down once, and it wasn't nice. I left a nice hole, a burnt out hole in the carpet and the wooden floor from the sage stick that burnt out, just because I didn't snuff it out enough, and it burned. And I wasn't making ceramics then either, so I think I had a little shell or something. So I think this is out. So that's that. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me today. So if you just joined in, I was smudging and chatting around the energy of this card, card 66, Create New Space. So I'm going to pop this card back into the deck, and I'm getting ready to pull a card to go. Before I do, I want to thank you for joining me. You know what to do if you've enjoyed this video. Please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment. Please share if you're inspired to. And if you'd like to connect more privately, then please send us a message through our website. And don't forget, if you'd like to join with me for the 12-hour healing event on Monday, that is on the new moon solar eclipse on the 8th of April, then please have a look on my website, templeofbalance.com.au. You can learn more about that 12-hour event. You can learn more about the cards I've used today, the Healing Energy cards, Deck 1 and Deck 2. And you can just learn more in general if you want to have a peek. So, the best card I'm looking for the majority of us, I'm looking, because I'm doing countdown videos now, I'm looking for the next 24 hours. What do we need to keep in mind relating to what I've already been talking about, which is basically clearing. So the best card to support us for the next 24 hours is this card. It's from the first deck, Healing Energy cards, Deck 1. And it is this, Manifest, card 54. Of course, it's going to be a 54, and it's in the action category. So action, movement, getting things done, moving, getting direction, being focused and productive and moving forward to whatever degree that means for us. Down here it says, bring your ideas and projects into reality. What you are creating is manifesting. Take action. Birth the new in physical form, transformation and abundance. So relating to what I've already been talking about, creating new space, clearing things out and away, purging very much in our body, but also in our life, in our surroundings, our schedule, our calendar, also our way of thinking, our way of attitude towards people and towards life itself. I feel like this is very much encouraging us to, and we might find that we just have a surge of activity. where we probably will feel like we want to do a spring clean, for example, if that's what's needed. I've recently spring cleaned, so I doubt I'm going to feel like that. But I think for me personally, I do intend on going into my studio shortly and doing some creating, which did come up in this card. What you are creating is manifesting. So for me, I think this is going to translate to creating because I'm fairly well cleansed and purged. If you're very heavy and you've got lots of stuff hanging around and there's lots of clutter, it might not hurt to put on some music, something uplifting. I've been loving my 80s music lately and just dancing around and cleaning up with that. I mean, it makes it fun. You put on your favourite song from when you were in high school or whatever, or your favourite songs, and you just clean up and you barely even know that you're cleaning, and you're having fun, you're moving your body as you go. So something like that could be fun as well as we get active and moving and manifest the clearing and the purging that's been talked about. Also, if you've got ideas happening at the moment, so when we are full, like that bottle I talked about before, if we had an empty bottle, we poured water in, the bottle becomes full and then it starts overflowing and no new water can come in until we sort of tip that out. It's the same with ideas, I find. The more stressed out I am, and I'm not a stressed out person, I'm not a stressor, I'm not a worrier for the most part. The more stressed out, the more that bottle is full in our mind, and it's very difficult for new ideas to come in. Like, I'm very much an ideas person, and I really think a lot of that is because I have space in my mind for ideas to come. I'm open in my mind to be inspired and to be sparked and seeded with new ideas. But if we're really stressed out and worried, the last thing we're going to even consider is something new, and we might be feeling quite scattered in our mind mentally. So clearing that mental clutter can also help make space in our mind for some new ideas to spark. And this is inspiring. When we have new ideas come in, even though many of them aren't worth following through with, new ideas are a sign of space in the mind and a sign of openness in our mind. So we might have some ideas that we're figuring out at the moment and working out. I know I am working out some long-term ideas. You know, how is this going to work? What will I do next to bring this into manifestation? You know, so I am actually playing with this quite literally at the moment in my life with long-term plans and projects that I want to work on. So I could also be doing that sort of over this next 24 hours. So manifest is our card moving forward. There is action. If we only let go of the procrastination and do it, put on some music, just do it. Stop thinking about it and do it, and see if you feel better afterwards. This will be like clearing and purging or creating or something like that. So that's that. Thanks for joining me. Enjoy the rest of this 24-hour-ish period. I'll be back in about 24 hours for 3 days to go video. But in the meantime, we've got this energy to sit in. So I'm not going to be too far ahead. I'm not going to be slipping too far ahead and thinking about tomorrow. I want to sit in this manifesting energy and this creating new space energy and this purging and clearing. There is lots to purge and let go of. So if we can dedicate time to that over this next 24-ish hours, we might feel quite refreshed by tomorrow. So let's see. Thanks for joining me. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. I think some of you, it's the middle of the night. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. I'll be back to share with you again tomorrow. Take care and bye for now.